Hi, it's me again, Teacher Maria. So for today, we're going to continue our lesson about environmental protection, okay? Uh, so I want to review the vocabulary words that we studied last time. So let's read one more time and you try to remember them again. So we have environment, protection, depend on, survive, changes, forest, threatened, deforestation, national parks, reserved forest, poaching, endangered animals, hatcheries, wildlife sanctuaries, waste materials, and water bodies. These are the vocabulary words that we studied last time. I hope you're familiar with most of them by now. If still not, try to review them once again. Okay, so let's review our lesson from last meeting. We studied about environmental protection. No? We studied about how living things depend on the environment to survive. We studied that any changes to the environment will affect the lives of living things. And human activities like deforestation threaten the survival of many things. These are the things that we learned last meeting, and we also talked about what will happen to the living things if their habitats are destroyed, and what would happen to the level of oxygen in the air if we continue to deforestation. Okay, so these are the things that we learned last meeting. We also studied about what can we do to protect the environment. We learned that we should protect the forest, we should protect endangered animals from poaching, we should keep our environment clean, and we can practice 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. That's our topic for today. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. So these are the symbols of reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay, so before we continue, we have to study about the new words, vocabulary words that we have to learn this time. So you can read with me. We have reduce. Okay, let's highlight so you can see. We have reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, we have raw materials, disposable. Okay, these are the words. Fossil fuel. Okay, power station. Harmful gases, pollution, renewable, and energy sources. Okay, try to read the words and what it means in Thai so you will be familiar before I move on to the lesson. Okay, so we're going to study the ways on how to practice the 3 R's, how we're going to practice reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay, so we will start with reduce. Okay, when you say you reduce, you try to use less of the materials. Okay, so if for example you can use straws, like your own straw instead of disposable straws. Okay, instead of using plastic spoons when you eat, you can bring your own spoon, the metal ones. Okay, so that's reduce. You reduce the use of disposable materials. Okay, so let's read. It says, we will have fewer things to throw away if we reduce the amount of things we use or buy. Actually, in Thailand, it's very good already that in supermarkets, they don't give plastic bags anymore for free. So you have to bring your bags, your cloth bags or other containers for your groceries. Okay, it's very good. So these are other things that we can do to reduce the use of materials. Okay, number one, we can buy things in bulks to reduce the packaging use. When you say bulks, if you can buy many, like they will not get decomposed, or they won't rot like tissue papers. If you can buy them in bulk, buy them in bulk so you can save the packaging. Okay, number two, you can avoid disposable items such as paper plates or plastic caps. That's what I said earlier. Try to avoid using disposable items. Okay, and then use both sides of the paper. Okay, at school we use that, we can use recycled paper, so we use recycle, but actually we are trying to reuse or reduce the use of paper. And then use emailing instead of conventional mailing. Nowadays we don't usually do conventional mailing anymore. It's usually emails, or we send our information through Line or Facebook Messenger. So this one, it's not really a problem anymore, but still some uses those letters for their bills, like credit card bills. If it's possible, just use the electronic ones, no? And then we can also turn off electrical appliances when not in use. This one is important. Turn off electrical appliances when we're not using the TV, the electric fan, or the aircon. If nobody's in the room, then we can turn off all of these appliances, because we can reduce electricity. We can reduce the use of electricity. We can save energy. Okay, so this is reduce. I hope you understand. If you're going to look at the symbol of reduce, it's trying to be less, going smaller. Okay, next is reuse. Use again. We use again. So this is taking unwanted items and finding new uses for them. This one, new use. You use them again. So look at the symbol. You can use them again. Like number one, we can donate unwanted clothes, toys, and books. If you have old clothes, you can give them away, you can donate them, and somebody else can use them again. Toys as well, and books as well. Okay, and you can also reuse items in different ways, such as, they give examples. Number one, milk cartons as pencil holders, old tires as swings, and plastic grocery bags as trash bags. I have here some pictures. This one, you can say it's the plastic bottle of soda drink. And this one, this is the egg trays, and you can use it to plant seeds. And then this one, this is a water plastic bottle. You use it to plant, to grow trees. Okay, so this is reuse. This is one way of helping to protect our environment, because in doing this, we can make our environment cleaner. Okay, and the last one is recycle. Okay, recycle is when we use the materials from unwanted things to make new products. A recycle, this symbol. When you say recycle, these materials, these items, they go into a recycling plant. They will use this cardboard boxes, cereal boxes, newspapers, notebook papers, magazines, milk jugs, plastic soda or water bottles, detergent bottles. If you look at the symbols like this, all of those plastics with this symbol, and aluminum cans and steel cans, all of this are recyclable materials. Okay, they go into recycling plants, and then they can make into a different product or different item. Okay, all of this are recyclable. So if we have this at home, we do not mix them with the degradable waste. We don't mix them with vegetable leftovers or fruit peels. Okay, we have to separate them and then send them to recycling plants. Okay, so let's review again. This is reduce, reuse, and recycle. So these are the practices that we can do. One thing that we can do to help the environment, to protect the environment. Okay, another thing that we have to learn in this lesson is that burning of fossil fuels in vehicles and power stations releases harmful gases and pollutes the air. Pollutes or pollution. Okay, pollution. um, Nowadays, as of now, we still do not have power stations from renewable resources. Okay, but in other countries, there we have, and in Thailand, I think they're trying already. They were starting, but as of now, most of our power stations or those that produce electricity still uses fossil fuels. Okay, fossil fuels. They burn the fossil fuels and in turn they produce harmful gases that is not good for our health. Okay, because they pollute the air. They produce gases that is not good for our body. So what we can do is that we can use renewable energy. As I said, we can use renewable energy sources such as the sunlight and the wind to generate electricity instead of fossil fuels. We can use solar panels and wind turbines to produce electricity. This way we help in reducing the use of fossil fuels, and we can also save our environment from harmful gases. Okay, so this is the end of our lesson for environmental protection. Please watch the other video that I will send in your line group. If you have your books with you, answer your workbook, page 15, 16, and 20. 3 pages. Okay, if you do not have your workbooks with you, I will make a copy or you can print them. I'll send to the line group, and then if you cannot print, copy in your notebook and answer them. Okay, I hope you understand the lesson. See you next time. Stay home and stay safe. Bye.